All right, welcome. Today, we are diving into one of the most incredible processes in all of nature, the creation of new life. We're going to pull back the curtain on the unbelievably complex factory inside the male body that makes this whole miracle possible.
I mean, really think about this for a second. How on earth does the body build millions upon millions of these tiny microscopic cells where every single one has the potential to start a brand new life? It's an absolute marvel of biological engineering, happening on a scale we can barely imagine. So, how does it all work? Well, let's find out.
Okay, so before we get into all the nuts and bolts, we really need to understand the big picture. What is the fundamental mission of this entire system? What's its core purpose?
So the main thing to get here is that this system is a real multitasker. It's juggling two massive jobs at once. Job number one, build, take care of, and transport sperm. And job number two, produce the hormones, like testosterone, that are responsible for male characteristics. So you can think of it as both a production facility and a hormonal command center, all rolled into one. And here we go. This is basically our roadmap for this journey. Think of this as a complete map of the path a single sperm cell takes. We are going to follow that exact path, from the moment it's created all the way through its long journey to the outside world. So where does this whole incredible journey kick off? Well, it all starts in a highly specialized production facility, a true factory of life, the testes. The testes are these oval-shaped organs, and they're housed inside the scrotum. Now, their location outside the main body, that's no accident. It is absolutely critical. See, sperm production is super sensitive to temperature, and it needs conditions just a little bit cooler than the body's core temperature to work properly. This right here is the factory floor, where two of the most important products are made, sperm and testosterone. Okay, now we're zooming way in, deep inside the factory. What you're looking at here are the seminiferous tubules. It's this insane network of tightly coiled tubes, and this is the literal assembly line for sperm production. This is ground zero. This is where a potential new life actually begins. This whole creation process has a name. It's called spermatogenesis. It all starts with a simple germ cell that basically just multiplies itself. Then comes the most crucial part, meiosis. This is a special kind of cell division that cuts the number of chromosomes in half, and that's essential because it needs to combine with an egg later on. And finally, in the last stage, the cell goes through this dramatic makeover, developing the head and tail that we all recognize as a sperm cell. And get this, the entire process from one single starting cell to a fully formed, ready-to-go sperm takes about 70 days. It is a patient, precise, and constant manufacturing cycle that is happening all the time, churning out millions of new sperm every single day. Of course, a factory is nothing without its workers, right? And here we have two key players. First, you have the Leydig cells. They're like the factory managers. They hang out between the production tubules, and their big job is to produce testosterone. Then, right there on the assembly line with the developing sperm, you have the Sertoli cells. These are the nurse cells, nourishing and supporting the sperm as they grow. And testosterone is an absolute powerhouse. I mean, it doesn't just oversee sperm production. Its effects are felt all over the body. It's what drives the development of male characteristics during puberty, it helps maintain muscle and bone mass, and it's absolutely crucial for sex drive. So, you might think once a sperm cell is fully assembled in the factory, it's good to go, right? Well, not quite. It's kind of like a soldier who has all the right gear but zero training. Before it's ready for its mission, it needs to go to boot camp. And that boot camp is a place called the epididymis. And check this out. It is an astonishingly long, 20-foot tube all coiled up right behind each testes. The immature sperm hang out here for about 2 weeks, and this is where they finally learn how to swim. They gain their motility, which is that crucial ability that will let them travel towards an egg. So once our little soldiers are trained up and mission ready, they basically wait to be deployed. And when the time comes, they travel through the vas deferens. You can think of this as the superhighway. It's a muscular tube that contracts really forcefully to shoot the sperm at high speed out of storage and towards the final exit. But here's the thing. A single sperm cell can't possibly make this journey alone. The path is long, it can be hostile, it's going to need a support crew and a specialized vehicle just to survive. And this support crew comes in the form of 3 accessory glands. First up, the seminal vesicles provide most of the fluid, like 60 to 70%. It's a sugary mix that basically acts as a rocket fuel for the sperm's long swim. Then the prostate gland adds a nourishing, milky fluid that helps protect them. And finally, the tiny bulbourethral glands release a fluid that lubricates the whole path and neutralizes any leftover acidity.
So when you put it all together, the sperm plus all of these vital fluids, what you get is semen. You see, semen isn't just the sperm itself. It's the whole package. It's the transport vehicle, it's the fuel tank, and it's the life support system, all perfectly designed to give the sperm the best possible chance of completing its mission.
Now, this entire, unbelievably intricate system, the factory, the boot camp, the highway, the support crew, it's not just running on autopilot. Oh no, it is all being meticulously managed from a sophisticated command center, located far away, way up in the brain.
This whole command network has a name. It's called the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis, or just HPG axis for short. And really, it's like a constant conversation happening between the brain and the testes, using hormones as messengers to keep everything running perfectly. And the chain of command is super clear. It all starts at the top, in the hypothalamus in the brain. It sends out a signal called GnRH. That signal travels just a short distance to the pituitary gland, which then releases two key hormones into the bloodstream, LH and FSH. And those hormones travel all the way down to the testes and give them their orders.
And each hormone has a very specific mission. Luteinizing hormone, or LH, it targets the Leydig cells, remember, those are the factory managers, and tells them, hey, make more testosterone. Meanwhile, follicle-stimulating hormone, or FSH, goes to the Sertoli cells, the nurse cells, and tells them to get to work supporting sperm production. It's a brilliant system of delegation.
So how does the system keep itself from going haywire? Well, it has this brilliant little feature called a negative feedback loop. Honestly, it works just like the thermostat in your house. When testosterone levels in the blood get high enough, that testosterone itself sends a message back to the brain, telling it to ease off and slow down production. This keeps everything perfectly stable and makes sure the factory never overproduces.
So, let's do a quick flyby of the whole journey, shall we? It all begins in the testes, our factory. From there, the new sperm head to the epididymis for some boot camp training. Once they're mature, they travel down the vas deferens highway, picking up vital fluids from the support crew along the way to create semen. And this whole incredible operation is managed by mission control up in the brain using a precise hormonal feedback loop.
And that really brings us to our final and maybe most important thought. This system doesn't just operate in a bubble. It's really a direct reflection of a person's overall health. So knowing just how intricate and balanced this biological machine is, the question we want to leave you with is this. How do our daily choices, what we eat, how much we exercise, our stress levels, how do all those things impact its very precise operation? It's a powerful connection to think about. Thanks for watching.